Good afternoon. My name is Marc, real estate agent from the MLS Online. Today here with Nate Moline at Stewart Title, just doing an informational video. A video that I've wanted to do for a long time, kind of helps clarify some of the paperwork that buyers and sellers deal with. There's a seller's disclosure and a truth in housing report. Seller's disclosure, there's two types. There's a seller's disclosure alternatives and a regular seller's disclosure. Basically, it's a document that the state requires sellers to fill out by law, telling buyers all the material facts they know to be true about the home. And I would not hang my hat on what the seller says. I would always have a private inspection. The seller's alternatives, the disclosure alternatives, is something that a seller fills out that has never lived in the home. For instance, if it's bank owned, the asset manager for the bank fills out the disclosure alternatives, or if children are selling it for their deceased parents, or the parents go into a home, the children sell it, and they fill out the alternatives disclosure because they can't attest to what went on in the home, so they use the alternatives. But most often, you'll see the actual seller's disclosure. And again, I would not replace your private inspection with what the seller says they did to the home. The second document of confusion sometimes is the truth in housing, or in this case, the truth in sale document. Some municipalities in the Twin Cities, not all but some, require that an inspector goes out prior to the home being sold. They just want to give the buyers an idea of what they might be looking at as far as the condition of the home. So an inspector will go out, and he's hired by the seller, and he's usually in the house for no more than 10 or 15 minutes. It's a very watered down inspection, and again, I wouldn't hang my hat on it and use it as a replacement of your own private inspection. But I would always at least take a look at the Truth in Housing inspection report just to see what the city thinks might be wrong with the home. I hope this has been helpful, and thank you so much for your time.